What's up everyone, Terraquake here, and welcome on back to our Pokemon Omega Ruby walkthrough. In the last episode, we explored a bit with Waterfall, went around to a couple spots around the region, covered some things that we missed with Waterfall, and we're kind of doing a similar thing today, but instead with Dive. And as I'm sure you can guess, we're going to be spending most of our time out here in the ocean routes. Yeah, these are where most of the dive spots are in this game, and Route 124 has a bunch. Here's one right there. Now, there's one I want to go to straight away, and, most of the time, if you're using dive, all the items you can find are going to be your different colored shards, maybe some heart scales, maybe some pearls, stuff you can sell, or, the shards you can trade for evolutionary stones. But there actually is a Mega Stone that we can get from one of these dive spots. I gotta find the right one though. I think I already passed the two trainers I'm looking for. Yeah, it's gonna be this one right here. And once you're underwater, most of the time it's just about following the path, and it can't get too confusing. However, there are some trainers down here. Yeah, these are these scuba divers, which I doubt I'll be able to find every single one of them, but the routes, each route has, or I know some of the routes have a few of them, so when I do see them, I will definitely take my time to battle them. Yeah, these people were not in the original games, I'm pretty sure, but they do make an appearance here in the remakes. So yeah, I think scuba divers are a pretty cool trainer class. Scuba diving, it's a pretty cool concept, man. Let me know if y'all have ever been scuba diving, and maybe like what's the craziest thing y'all have seen. I know it can be a little scary too. I feel like it's just a lot of different safety measures, but I think it's worth it, right? Anyways, there's that person done. But yeah, this one is gonna take us to a Mega Stone, so that's why, it's pretty important that at least I try to go ahead and show this off. It's actually going to be the Mega Stone for Pinsir, I believe. So yeah, that is pretty cool, But yeah, we'll go ahead and take on this lady's two clam pearls. And then I know there's another set of divers that I'll try to locate. Hope you guys are all having a good day, by the way. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this video is going up before Labor Day weekend. So, hey, if you, if you get a day off of school or work for Labor Day on Monday, then heck yeah, man, let's enjoy it. I know I get school off that day, so that'll be nice, a good little 3-day weekend. And yeah, clam pearls. Both of them go down pretty easily. Now remember, you can use dive right after you get the 7th badge, so some of these people are still going to be at a somewhat low level, that's for sure, but it's all good. Let's see, I think we're going to want to surface right up here. You just got to hit A on the lighter spots, and that'll allow you to surface. Yeah, I deposited Magcargo, by the way, because we still need Tentacruel for dive. Also, right there is a yellow shard. But yeah, we still need Tentacruel for dive, and, Magcargo's not going to do a whole lot in this episode anyways, because of all the scuba divers we're fighting. And you know what I just realized? The Pinsirite is not here. Man, oh man, did I go to the wrong spot, bro? It said the one southwest of the little double battle here, so unless it's down here and I missed it. Oh, you know what? It's over there. I see it. There's another little surfacing spot that I missed. But yeah, this is the main item I want to cover on Route 124. If there's nothing major on some of the routes, I'll probably just skip over them. Like, I don't know if Route 125 is anything crazy. Might as well pick up the blue shard right there. And then here is the Pinsirite. So, yeah, you're now going to be able to Mega Evolve Pinsir if you so choose. But in the meantime, let's try to look for these other divers that I missed. There's still 2 more, and then we'll be done with Route 124. Next episode, don't worry, we will get back on the main track with the post game. I think the next thing to do is take, put that SS ticket to use, take the boat over to the Battle Resort area, or whatever's over there, because, we're done with the whole Delta episode and everything. Alright, well, I know the scuba divers can be found before that section, so I think it's going to be one of these back to the left. Hey, we're just kind of going to do a bit of, here we go, yeah. We're just going to do a bit of trial and error today, alright? It seems like all the scuba divers are, like, literally face down into the grass. Like, they're really into this, man. They really are. Yeah, this guy's got a Seadra. And then I think there's one more that we'll find a little earlier in the route. By the way, I just wanted to say, I know I sound like a broken record because I've talked about it in a few videos recently. I know I have in Pokemon Glaze, but we recently hit 4,000 subscribers, and I just can't thank y'all enough for that. But, I don't know, it just really means a lot because, you know, I really do enjoy recording these videos, man. I mean, recording these videos, like, I don't really have to think about anything else while I'm recording these videos. I just get to take my mind off things and chill and play some Pokemon. And the fact that, you know, other people enjoy that is really awesome. So, I'm just really glad that people tune in. Anyways, I'm trying to find the, you know, one more dive spot, because I know there's still a scuba diver that I've not fought. But I feel like I might have missed them somewhere, or they may be a bit more difficult to reach to, so who knows, we may end up just going straight to Route 125. Let's go down here. Yeah, okay, see, sometimes dive is just going to lead you absolutely nowhere. So, the last trainer's going to have a Starmie, if you can ever find them. But let's go to Route 125. Alright, I take that back. We're on Route 127. Yeah, 125 actually doesn't really have anything. So, we're just going to start using dive around here. Now, there's no crazy items like a Mega Stone on this route. Well, there was. I think we already got it. It was the Heracrossite. Here's another scuba diver, though. And, but there is a rare candy you can get. And the only other thing I forgot to mention is underwater you can also find some of the different type plates, you know, the things for Arceus. I think most of them, or if not all of them, are hidden, so they can be a little tough to locate. Fortunately, you know, you don't need those items. So, other than that, it's just again, your typical shards and whatnot. And why did a Relicanth go for dive? You know, I kind of wonder, like, we're already underwater, so, like, where do you dive if you use dive underwater? You just go further down, I guess. But yeah, I guess some Pokemon you can find underwater. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but Relicanth's one of them. You can find Clamperl. That's how you get, you know, either a Huntail or Gorbis. Those are really the only new ones that are exclusive to being underwater, if I'm not mistaken. But let's keep going down this trench. Yeah, Route 127 seems a bit more like it's all connected, you know? It's not all, like, you know, it's not all like a bunch of separate little dive areas. And here's scuba diver number 2. I know there's 3 trainers on this route, so hey, hopefully I can find all of them. I don't know, we'll see. Also, you know what I'm noticing? I can't tell in the little glimpse you get from their sprites right there, but are they really even, like, do they really even have scuba tanks on their back, or is it just like their mask? I know there's probably some way where you can scuba dive without like well, I don't know, isn't that the whole point of scuba diving though, is to have like the big tank on your back? I don't know, they probably make some type of like rebreather equipment or something like that. But I swear, yeah, because technically I think these people are called free divers, or at least this trainer is. So, ooh, maybe that makes them a bit different, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Now, you know what would be scary though is if you're scuba diving in Pokemon and you see like a Sharpedo pop out at you. Like, then, bro, what are you doing? All right, let's work our way around. I guess we're just going around the edge here. Remember, this is the route where the seafloor cavern was, so there's a chance we just end up stumbling across that, which would be kind of funny, to be fair. But where is scuba diver number 3 gonna be? Okay, this is Route 128. Also, I kind of forgot you can swim over the darker parts too. It's not like you gotta follow the little shallower parts like I'm on right now. And okay, well, you can't swim over that one. What, is that one too deep? You know, is that one just you know, 10 feet deeper and you just can't swim over it for whatever reason? Alright, is this the person I fought? Or no, I honestly can't even remember. Yeah, this is the person I already fought. So, where is this last person? They may be on a different dive section in this route, because, yeah, we're about to move into Route 128. So, I'll go to the bottom of the route here, and let's just surface once again, see if we can locate trainer number 3. And just like that, I have located them. You're kind of gonna come to the southeast of the island where the black belt is, running around here, and take this dive spot, and you will see the scuba diver straight away. But yeah, apologies if like the cuts during these past 2 episodes have gotten a little annoying, but just trying to make sure I cover everything, that's all. Even though I did technically miss a trainer earlier, but that's no big deal. One trainer ain't the end of the world. This person's gonna have a Celio, and then yeah, we'll move on to Route 128, which I think has one trainer over there. So remember, 128 is just south of us. Well, actually, no, it's east of us, right? No, it's south of us. It's south of us. I'll see. Even I'm getting confused. Down goes the Celio. No, what's east of here, though, to Evergrande City? Is that Route 131? Or is that also Route 128? No, that is Route 128. Okay, I thought so. I'm looking at the mini-map on the bottom screen. Alright, so I was originally right. Let me just, you know, trust my gut, man. Gotta trust my gut. But yeah, after I record this video, and then I gotta get a Pokemon Glazed episode done as well, I'm gonna lift some weights, and then I'm spending a lot of today just finishing up packing before I head on out again. Alright, so let's go down here, and yeah, we're kind of around where the Seafloor Cavern was, if you remember. I think earlier I said it was on Route 127. Nah, the Seafloor Cavern was on Route 128, that is right. But yeah, let's see if we can find... No, I don't want to surface again. Let's see if we can find a scuba diver over here. Also, notable item on this route underwater is an adamant orb. It is hidden. By the way, look at the Relicanth over there. That's pretty sick. But yeah, there's an adamant orb on this route. It is a little hidden, though. So, keep that in mind. But that's pretty cool. And it looks like we dove at the wrong spot. Of course I did. This trainer's only got 2 love discs, so at least the battle will be easy. But yeah, here we go. It might be one of these further over to the east. We can't go too far east, though, because that's literally Evergrande City. And then, yeah, really... Let's see, there they are. Knew they were around here somewhere. But yeah, really, I think 129 and 130 might be, like, the only other spots to make note of. Kind of just the routes leading towards Pacific Log. Because after that, I don't think there's too much else. I mean, on the routes west of Pacific Log, there's a dive spot, but that has to do with the Reggies. So I think we'll cover that once we do the whole, you know, Reggie episode area. Oh, I guess we still have Route 126 too. Golly, I did forget about that route by Sootopolis City. So we'll take a look at that too. For now, let me just throw some sludge at the love disc. They're not really taking that too well. Yeah, no notable items on Route 126, but there are some trainers that we shall get to. So let's begin our backtracking. Yeah, it might be a little longer of an episode. Definitely longer than the last one, I think. But it's all good. I'd rather make sure, you know, I'm able to show off everything. And I don't really know. People may not be too interested in all the dive locations, but this is a walkthrough after all. And honestly, I don't think I did an episode for dive in Ruby and Sapphire. To be fair, as I said, there's no, I don't think there's trainers. You know, there's no scuba divers in that game. Anyways, this main dive part is kind of surrounding Sootopolis City, but I think I want to move over kind of towards the west side. And is there another kind of dive spot somewhere over here? Yeah, here we go. Something like this, I think, is more so what we're looking for, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Ruby and Sapphire, I don't think they had these trainers, so I guess that's not the end of the world. There's another trainer you can find above the water that you need to dive to. I can't remember if it's right here or not. We're just gonna find out together. Let's see. And, okay, no, we're gonna... Oh, this is the secret island. Okay, I did not know this is how you get to this thing. Yeah, this is known to be one of the best secret base locations, because you can make a base right there in that tree. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, it's a whole little spot on the map. So that's pretty sick. Even though, you know, it is a cool secret base location, but the whole point of a secret base is for it to be secret. And if that location has its own name on the mini-map, then it's got to be, you know, kind of noteworthy, I feel like. I don't know. Anyways, let's move north a bit then. I know there's the one trainer I'm trying to find. Yeah, I think she's right there, look. We're trying to find that little dive spot. We just can't get to it. I think maybe you dive down right here. If not, then, ladies and gentlemen, hey, I am totally lost. But nah, look at this. I'm right. Yep, right over here. Come on, man. See, just trust the process, okay? Yo, by the way, can we just admire the fact that somehow, you know, there's the scuba divers down here with all of their equipment, and then there's just us with, like, no equipment. I mean, I think we have, like, the, you know, Devon scope on or something like that over our eyes, but we ain't got no, you know, scuba equipment to deal with the pressure underwater. We're just raw dogging it. I mean, what are we, Michael Phelps or something, man? Michael Phelps, by the way, I mean, he's one of the goats of sports, you know? Easily the goat of swimming, I would say. Also, let's make this a bit easier going to Hopper for the Tentacruel. But yeah, no, I don't know. Michael Phelps is, I mean, how many gold medals did he have in the Olympics? Bro's kind of like that. I mean, when you think of the GOATs of sports, I feel like you think of Tom Brady in football, Michael Phelps in basketball. I mean, basketball, no swimming, bro. Yo, what am I on about? Oh, yeah, Michael Phelps, man. 7-time NBA champion. You know it. All right, down goes Nikki right there, the swimmer. And, again, there's more scuba divers on this route. I may just kind of do a cut to get around to all of them. Let's see what's north of us first. And, ooh, another little hidden base spot right there. So, yeah, using dive, if you're really into secret bases, using dive can get you some good spots. But I'll probably just go ahead and do a quick cut to make sure I find all the trainers. I'll battle them, and then we'll get a move on. Yeah, I figured that would just save some time. All 3 of the scuba divers on this route are just surrounding the, you know, main Sutopolis City area. They're kind of just around the circle. Pretty hard to miss, honestly. One of them had a Pelipper and Lantern. The other 2 have a Whale Lord and then an Azumarill. With that being said, though, it's time to move on to Route 129. Yeah, this is going to be our next diving spot. Route 129 is home to a hidden Lustrous Orb. So just like 128 had the... Okay, I did not mean to hop up on land. Just like 128 had the Adamant Orb, this one has the Lustrous Orb. And, I don't know, my math here says that the Grisius Orb is probably on one of these routes as well. But there are more scuba divers to fight, and I think I'm just going to come all the way over to the right and then dive over here. Route 129 isn't too long. But yeah, I'll be sure to show off these people, and then again, really, I'm just going to be doing Route 130 and 131, and we'll probably be good after that. But yeah, underwater, I swear, underwater can make the route seem like, I don't know, the route above the surface can seem small, and then you go underwater and it like seems bigger. By the way, you can only run into wild Pokemon when you're in the grass down here, if you couldn't tell yet. But yeah, let's go ahead and see, where are these guys hiding? Sometimes, there we go. I was about to say, sometimes, I don't know, with the grass, they like almost kind of blend in, not really, but I don't know, alright, I don't know. Now, Route 129 is also how you can access another little secret island type of place. You know how we found the secret islet on 126. This has the secret shore, another, you know, place known for its secret bases. So there's a couple of those. You know, the secret islet isn't the only one out there, that's for sure. And by the way, I've got Sceptile up front now because why not just make it easy against all these water types, right? Why not? Alright, not gonna bother surfacing there. Let's keep moving west. So yeah, I'm just continuously spraying Max Repels, even though I guess I don't really need to, because you can avoid the grass pretty well. But we're in the post game. I've got like 50 Max Repels anyways. I might as well. And, you know, we got a good amount of money, so we should be good. Let me not get too cocky, though. You know, if I run out of money and then not having Max Repels would have really sucked. Then I gotta go back to having Repels or something. Like, oh, nah, man. I ain't trying to do that. But yeah, this past week, we finally beat... So, I know in some walkthrough episodes recently, I've talked about my horrible luck in a ROM hack that we've been streaming over on the main channel called Pokemon Black 2 Silly Edition. But we beat that Nuzlocke in this past week, so... I think my total death counter was 29, though. Also, that was a clutch crit. Yeah, 29 deaths. Easily, like, the most deaths I've had in a Nuzlocke. Probably by far. And I would like to say about 23 or 24 of those were thanks to critical hits. Yeah, I'm not even exaggerating that number, I don't think. So, pretty crazy stuff, but, you know, I'm glad that we beat it. And here's Scuba Diver number 3. Also, they gave us, like, their elapsed time right there. I'm assuming they, like, can't be underwater for too long before their air starts to run out or something. But yeah, no, that Nuzlocke was, like, definitely one of the craziest ones I've done. A lot of fun, too. So, I don't know what game I'm gonna Nuzlocke next. Usually, I like to have a Nuzlocke series, or live series going on at all times. So, I'll try to figure out a game pretty quickly. What doesn't help, though, is, so next week, or well, I move into college this weekend, but, like, I probably won't have internet for almost, like, the whole first week I'm there, because, you know, that's just how it is moving and stuff, and I'm not in the same spot as I was last year. So, I don't know, I'm glad, luckily that's not going to put me behind with walkthrough episodes or anything, but, I won't be able to stream, obviously, if that is the case. Hopefully I have a video planned going up next week. Hopefully I can still get that edited and done. We're into Route 130 now. Might as well just stay underwater. Kind of nice that these connect. We got some more scuba divers to fight. But yeah, that's really gonna stink, man. That is really gonna stink for that first week. But, you know, honestly, there's a chance it could be longer than a week. And I only say that, you know, I'm not saying like, oh man, I need internet, man. I need to be on my phone all the time. No, bro, it's just like I won't be able to stream, and I love streaming. And the fact that, like, you know, I gotta leave people stranded for like a week is really gonna suck. So hopefully I can get that up and going, you know, as soon as possible. I really hope I can at least get the video out next week, because I do have that planned. The good news is I already got the voiceovers and everything done. It's really all about editing now. Which I'll probably start once I'm moved in, because, again, today is like my last day, and I kind of got to focus on finishing packing and wrapping up a couple other things. Alright, I mean, those people, right, they're like, you know, as I said, they're like head down into the grass. Is there like blood not rushing to their head? Isn't that kind of dangerous a little bit? I don't know, man. Here's the other scuba diver on Route 130, though, so we'll take you on, and then, Route 130 is home to the Secret Meadow, another little secret base place. So it looks like there's 3 of them. And other than that, that will be it for this episode after we take down this trainer. 131 actually doesn't really have anything crazy, so this video is not as long as I thought, but that's fine with me. And Corsola, you just had to go and delay the inevitable with Endure, didn't you, man? Let's go ahead and finish you off. I think Sceptile's the highest level on the team now, sitting at 55, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so I guess next episode, we will be flying on back to, I think Slateport City is where I'm going to leave from. And yeah, we'll be able to board the ship and continue on with the real post-game stuff. For now, let's finally get up from being underwater. We're probably soaking wet. Well, we need to go take a shower or something. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day, and until next time, deuces.